Okay, let's do this. We are starting off in good old Weavers. Alright, ultimate goal is to see how many stacked decks we can get. This is the 1 hour run to be able to hit as many chests as possible, but also kind of hyper focus on the stack deck too. Because we could just run Brim. We've had a lot of success with running here in Weaver's Fen. Tried quite a few versions of this exact same route, but this one seems to be the most optimal. We'll hit this chest. We're kind of ignoring all the little chests here, just... we don't need any of the reagents. And we are using a little bit of the Springtide Drams for luck. Sound like an elephant. Oh, weird. So yeah, if you were just interested in the Weavers part of this, you could probably do the south and north parts. Probably a little bit over 20 minutes. So do it between your other runs, OPR, etc. Everyone's hitting the Gorgon hard since it's Tuesday. I am not. That stupid thing's gonna follow me. There it is. Just trying to do a sneak attack on me. So I've got 9 minutes on the dram. I gotta make sure that I don't forget to boost it back up. wondering where this is at? This is near Dunkelberg Shrine. Oh my god. You can loot this stockpile here just through the fence. You don't have to go to the other side. Save you a little bit of time. Here we'll go under this bridge. Let me just kind of zoom in so you know where I'm going here. Under that bridge and to the right. Got the little baby boss over here. Or at least the main one. So the goal here is to try to do this the fastest possible. Just to see how long it actually takes. Okay. The mobs are not cooperating today. Ton of little chests you can loot around, but we're just skipping all that right now. This has been one of the most fruitful runs here, for stacked decks especially. You'll only get basic trophy items, but the stacked deck is considered to be a basic trophy item. So that's why farming them in Weavers is smart. I've tried Morningdale also too, quite a lot. And Great Cleave, actually. There's a route there in Great Cleave. But it just doesn't seem to be time optimal. Just being that there's just so many chests down here in Weavers that you can hit. And the prices on the trophy mats aren't super high or anything, but it's still fun. And of course in Bryn and in Ebonskel, which we'll hit both of those in a bit, there's possibilities of getting some furniture items and some other cool stuff besides the trophy mats. But if you don't want to have to buy your own basic trophy mats, this is the perfect route to do it. You see also I'm not even flagged. So you could flag for, I think it's like another 1% or something like that luck. I've honestly not found any significant difference from when I'm flagged or not flagged. This is thousands and thousands of runs. I also have the featherweight on right now, and it doesn't have any luck, so at least one of my pieces could be improved. as far as just having more luck. I think you hit a certain threshold though, and it's just you're gonna hit stuff or you're not gonna hit stuff. Alright, see the dram is down to 4 minutes, so I'm just gonna take another one just so I don't forget. Also a good time to clear off all this crap. Clear all this crap out. These are the drams, super cheap. I've tried turkey dinners, the rabbit's feet, all of them, and they all do work. This is supposedly the best one, according to the myths of luck. And I've had pretty good luck with that too. We have 2 more here, then we're going to jump into the water and actually head to the kind of this swampish area. You don't have to do this next part. I'm just doing it just to show that there is actually quite a few more chests down here in south. So this is the last one that you could just pour it out of here. I'm going to zoom in just so you can kind of see where the hell I'm at. Here's this. Now we're going to head into this Polder's Flood here, and this is kind of a blight area. You jump into the water, kind of head towards that island there just so that we can quickly get on the mount. Many times I don't even do this part. There is a section in here where you have to just be conscious of the blight and make sure you don't stay too long. But these are all super low level. Low level areas, low level mobs. So that you can pretty much be doing something else at the same time and not worry too much. And there's a chest right here. It's hard to see him. Been a variety of routes here. This one seems to be the best one for me. We'll just kind of right on the edge of this coast area here. Gotta avoid the stupid gators. And then there's a little cave up here. It's got 2 ancients inside of it. So we'll go in there. 2 ancients and 2 chests that you can loot. That can also drop trophy materials. Here's one. I wouldn't hit the metal thing there. I mean, it's like a little... Oh, that's a little furniture wreath. Just because once you hit it, I think it triggers those skeletons coming back. At least that's what I've experienced, so I just ignore it. There's a chest right up here. Usually people aren't very familiar with this place, so that's what I'm not going to do. We'll hit one chest down on the other side of this temple thing that is right in the blight, so I would definitely ride your mount quickly to the spot, grab the chest, and get the heck out of there. I'll show it to you right now. Kind of swing around all of these mobs here just to not attract any attention, but that chest is right straight ahead where my crosshairs is at. So I'm gonna ride my mount right up to it, loot this, and you can see that I'm being blighted there on the meter. I'm getting on the mount. I'm getting the hell out of there. So yeah, we just got that part. Around the corner up here, there's Archer guarding us under the chest. Behind this thingamabob, or whatever this thing is. Rock pile. So we'll jump up there with the archer. Grab this chest, then we'll go underneath that bridge there. Going right through the middle of these rocks here just to kind of line myself up, and it's just straight ahead. If you just go straight, you won't actually aggro any of these mobs. Right here to the left, see them? I don't want to aggro anything just to make this faster. Same thing here. I could just do a different route, but I have found that if I do this, that I won't actually aggro anything. You saw that archer to my left. Just leaves me alone if I just kind of use that pass. Same thing here. There's a bunch of mobs right there. I don't want to actually mess with them. Just go behind them. And then I'm going to make a straight shot back through there to a temple and get the last of the chests. Again, do you have to do this part? For sure, no. This is like extra. After we do this part of Weavers, we'll do the north part. I'll show you that one. There's a couple of parts of the northern part that most people don't do. Because I think most people don't realize that the ancient chests will actually drop trophy items too. So this is one of those ancient chests, but there's also some in the northern part. Most people are familiar with the northern part. So let's port out of here. And then we'll go to Mallory's in Northern Weavers. Get my Mountain Dew here. The northern part is way faster, but again, way less chests. So if you just have a little bit of time that you're trying to burn, I would do this north part, go to Mallory's Shrine, and then you should be able to do this one. I think I've 7 or 8 minutes is what I've figured out. Especially if you skip the part that I'm going to go. I'm going to go on the, like the bridge with the, again with Ancients on there. You could skip those 4 chests to make this all faster. Miner set times 100. Does that mean he has 100 of them? Probably. So we grabbed that chest, which is super important. I've actually hit several trophy items in that one. Several stack decks in that first one, right beside it. The portal. Then here, again, trying to make sure that, so someone's trying to buy the stack deck for 15k. I think they're selling for about 20, somewhere around there. So instantly you could make 15k by doing this. You see, I'm just avoiding things. Most things I try not to shoot them if I can. Sometimes I can't. We go to the top level of this house here. We actually kill these 2 mobs here just so that they're not annoying. Hopefully they're both dead. Then we will jump off here and swing across straight to the house right across that way. That's the house right there where the crosshairs are at. Again, top floor on this one. There's some mobs on the first floor here, so I'm just gonna kill them. And then we're good. We'll jump out this window and actually we'll go to the bridge. Most people just kind of go straight down, and you can go straight that way across a bridge. But I'm going to show you this route this way. That Ancients bridge there, we're going to run across it. Again, if you do this, you know that it's really about a numbers game. How many of these can you actually do within a certain amount of time, and eventually you start hitting trophy mats. Of course, how much luck in your stack too, but really it's just about numbers game. Being efficient with your time, hitting as many chests as you can. So that's an ancient chest. There's an ancient chest right up at the end of this bridge here too. We ignore everything here until the very end, and then we can kill the last few mobs that end up chasing us. I think these two will want to chase us, so we'll just kill them both. Here's the chest right here. And then we'll just jump off this bridge here. And then head to the little town. Easy enough. Doing good, doing good. And this is now at about maybe 20 minutes so far. There's a chest right out here. AoE these guys. There's that chest there. So we don't forget this one. And then we're going to go into the town. Specific pattern in the town that I would follow. Just to make it easy on yourself. Stay on the road for a bit here just for speed wise, and then just cut across. Again here, we're gonna cut down behind this thing. Don't even touch that wolf. Don't need to. Kill that guy. Grab this chest. And then there's a chest like right around the corner here with a purple kind of epic mob, I guess. Maybe it's named. Probably, yeah. We try to kill this guy. And then we kind of block here and he explodes. Grab this chest here. We'll jump out the window, go around the corner. I'll show you this one here. So we jump out the window, around the corner, and then to the left here, kill this ghost here. And there's this guy right here. Then we'll go behind this house. Once you get the pattern of this one is actually the fastest. The Weaver's North, I think, is super smooth, easy. Don't have to think too much. Then we'll go grab the ones actually on this bridge. You don't need to do this. Once I do this one, most people end right here in this little shack. And you can too. Unless you want to grab the other chest, which I'll show you where they're at. So we'll go up on that bridge. I'm doing this on purpose. Go right right between these so you don't aggro anybody. So there was 3 mobs kind of around us. Didn't aggro any of them. This guy will aggro in just a bit, but we'll just kind of run away from him. Hopefully he doesn't hit us with the arrow. Then this part, if you can manage it, and you don't dismount like that, that'd be perfect. Then the last chest is up there, so we'll come up these stairs. And that's Weaver's just right down there, so if you're wondering where the hell I'm at, we're very close to Weaver's. And in fact, I'm going to ride into the side there, Weaver's, so that I can teleport to the next spot, which is actually Brim. So yeah, if you just wanted to do the Weaver's route, north or south, now you have it. I didn't hit anything just yet, as you can tell. I haven't hit one mat, but that happens. Okay, so then there's a variety of things that we can do in Brimstone. The first thing I always hit, because I think it's the luckiest area in the whole entire game, is this Wormside Obelisk over here southwest Brim. There's a series of chests there, super easy to get, that are just happen to be super lucky, I think, for me. Because it is Brim that we're going to be in, we now can get kind of the legendary trophy mats. There is a chest there. I already looted it this morning, so I'm not going to get it. But you can loot it if you want. It doesn't have any trophy mats in it, but you can get, for example, the golden steel chest schematic, which is an ungodly amount of money. Or some other kind of furniture schematics too that are bring good money. But those are in those type of chests. We grab that one. Down over here there's quite a few in this little kind of area here. And I'll show you the order that I usually go in. Again, trying to avoid mobs. Sometimes, especially in these chests, you have to open them up and then the little skellies come out. So, you know, there is a way I could loot this from the backside and then avoid the skeletons there. Sometimes I just don't even know if that's even worth it, especially because when someone leaves the skeletons for me, I'm like, bleh. Like this. There's someone like a little surprise there. That comes later. Again, you can loot them if you come in kind of at a certain angle. And even this one, I don't necessarily need to kill that thing, but just get rid of it. There's a little lion up here. Okay, this one I like to open and then run to the one right next to it so that the skeleton comes and joins us over there, and I can just kill them together. Can you get stacked decks from this area? Absolutely. Okay, so just this kind of will give you both the basic trophy mats, so all the purple ones, and the legendary ones, so you have a possibility of getting both types of drops. Come up here and hit these last three. You can actually do what I'm about to do here. This if that little skelly wasn't there, we could grab that one, grab this one, and then grab this one. And those guys will just kind of go to sleep. We killed this one as far as the third guy here. But the other ones we can just kind of avoid by just kind of go on the backside. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And then we could teleport out of here and I'll show you the rest of Brim. Earlier I ran some of these and grabbed like that chest over there. There's a chest back here that you can grab. Again, let's just show it to you, just so you have an idea. So there's these kind of chests, these glyph chests. But again, these don't have trophy mats in them, okay? Just hopefully get the difference between them. I'm gonna recall here. And then we'll go to another one of my favorite spots. See if we can get lucky there. So 30 minutes in, we've hit quite a few chests. We're going to come here to this area here, Arrival of Happy. And there's a few chests right there. There's actually 4 there that you could potentially hit. I'm gonna avoid 2 of them just because there's some mobs there and it's just annoying. But I'll just show. At least we'll look at them. They're in that building. There's 2 more in that building, but these 2 are easy. So we'll grab these. Alright, we'll grab these 2. And then again, if you want, there's 2 chests in that little kind of temple-ish area right there. If you want them, they're kind of right at the edge too. I just find that it's annoying to grab them. Most of the time I just skip that. And we'll kind of ride down here just a little ways. Grab 2 of these chests down here. Go straight ahead from here. If you're on this road, you're like, okay, I'm on the right path. We go kind of on the edge of these monuments or whatever these are. Right here ahead of me is a random chest. So we'll open this guy up, get the ghost out of there. So these sarcophagi are the same as the supply stockpiles as far as potential to have trophy mats in them. So we're doing good here. Next we'll head down this road and we'll actually get on the road faster. Right to that building, kind of broken down building up there. And there's 1 chest in there. And then we'll head to one of my favorite areas just because there's so many chests in this area that we're about to go to. You can, by the way, also, there's an area right up here that you can go through. There's quite a few chests. I just find it super annoying as far as the mobs. So it's like a thing about time versus, you know, hitting chests. In this case, don't really want to head. So anyway, this thing right here, you could go this Acropolis. But we want to come over here to Jupiter's Grove. If you haven't done this, you can go specifically just to Jupiter's Grove and just ignore this first part that I just did. Because there is a teleport that's kind of right there. Yeah, right here. Cavalry Shrine is right by Jupiter's Grove. Go for it. I've done that a lot of times too. But in Jupiter's Grove, I want to say there are 10, 12 chests, something like that. And for such a small area, it's really nice. By small area, I mean just an area that's easy to navigate all in one thing without having to cruise too many places. We'll just jump down here, get the first chest. It looks like someone already opened it. They're so nice. And we'll actually run straight through this area right here where my crosshairs are at. And it looks like some people have gone through and killed a bunch of the mobs. There's usually like kind of a little named person here, a bunch of other mobs around here that are just annoying. But I don't see any of them, which is wonderful. This one's not open. So whoever just did this maybe didn't realize that this was actually here. But let's kill this ghost. Then we'll climb up these stairs and hopefully all these other things are open too. So we're about to find out. It's just nice when someone has gone through, opened them. You don't have to do it. No, these are closed. Okay, that's all right. Unfortunately, this guy came back alive here. He's super annoying. Just strong. There he is. Coming up and trying to whack me. Alright. So he's gone. We'll grab this one. We'll go up the stairs. The goal is to avoid mobs, so I'm going to avoid these two that are right here. By just kind of cruising there. There's usually a guy right here. You do have to kill that guy. Or at least I found that you have to kill him. Okay. 2 here, so there's the sarcophagus here, and then that supply stockpile, so that's really nice. Kill one of those. And we're good. Let's see if we can hit anything. It's a named item, but kind of a throwaway type of thing. Like these are 625, so all that's just scrap. I usually go over to the left this way. You don't have to. I've seen people do the reverse of this. It's just what I'm used to. You saw I kind of climbed up that edge of that on purpose because I wanted to avoid those mobs, like that mob. So this guy just brought a bunch of mobs down. I have no idea what he's doing, but you know, let him fight his own battles. He seems to be doing really well. Maybe just leveling, because he's at level 64. I was going to say I intentionally did that, and then I screwed it up. What I was trying to do is make sure I didn't aggro that guy. And of course I did. So like these guys are just annoying. Try to avoid them. Okay, so now we gotta get the ghost out of here. I think that guy pulled down a bunch of the mobs, so maybe that'll end up being positive for us. We'll see. Right. I'm gonna kill this guy. It's gonna be annoying. I thought he killed everybody here, but he didn't. That's too bad. Yeah, this guy's just super annoying. I have found though that he's doesn't like ice, so he's fire resistant. So it's kind of bad for my obviously build. Might as well grab these little bugs too. Most of the time I would ignore them, but good for the potions. There should be some scorpions over here, and then kind of one of those really annoying guys. That's the at the sulfur mines. See that died? Yep, he died. Okay, good, good, good. Flash cell. Wow. These guys could be annoying. Put little stacks of burn on you. Oh yeah, you can also see that I'm getting the ancient glob, so kind of a little glob route too. Not intentional. Since they're here, that's nice. This is the second to last one here in Jupiter's Grove. Oh my god, die. There you are. Then I'll kind of show you the easiest way to get the last one. Right through here, jump off. Quickly come over here and jump on this little box and then jump. Oh, and of course I missed it. Great job, Glenn. Jump on this little box and then jump over here and perfect. And then you're just safe. You don't have to worry about anything. Wonderful. Okay, we'll scrap everything so far because it doesn't look like we've gotten anything. So, and then the next area that we'll go in and do is actually up here in the pillars. There is a way to basically cruise here from Taverna all the way through this and then all the way up here to the pillars. I already did that this morning. I mean, that part of the route. So there's no reason for me to do that bottom part. It's not enough of the regular chest there. Just some of the cliffs. So what we'll do is we'll go directly up to the pillars, and you could always just do this. Just go to the pillars and grab the chest that I'm going to show you just here, all over by those goats. Alright, so let's come over here. So right up here to the Shrine of Pillars. And then we'll ride west. Alright, let's go. Looks like someone may have already been here. So yeah, this is open. Very nice. It's so friggin' nice when all the stuff is already open. So you see how that guy just went to that area right there? And he's opening that from that side? You could actually open it up. Let's go from this side, by the way. So you don't have to fight that mob. You can just grab him from back here. So, good trick there. You can open it and loot it from the back side. Highly recommend that. Save you some time. You don't have to fight the ghost. It won't chase you. And there's this one here. And there's one more just right around the corner here. Right here. And then we'll go upstairs using that little portal. If you've done the quests, then you should be just fine as far as being able to use that portal that I'm about to show you. Basically go through Brim, do the quests. You'll do a quest that actually involves coming up and killing this boss up here. I mean, I don't know if I'd call it a boss, but named guy. Some dude. Kill the goats always. Oh, this is open. So nice. And then we'll come back this way, right by that boss guy. I usually loot this chest here because it has a cooking recipe in it. That's the... Gosh, which is the one? It's really desired. I can't even think about it right now. Okay, we gotta get the hell out of here. That way we don't have to mess with that. Gloss. It is for this Desert Sunrise recipe. Yeah, there you go. Those are probably worth nothing nowadays, but anyway. I looted him. Alright, look at this guy. Fancy. Okay, and then we're going to portal out of here. I'm going to show you the next section as far as in Bryn. We'll go to Mercurial Shrine. There's actually some acid chests by there too. Usually I only loot, like, I could show you the acid chests too. Sometimes you can get lucky on those too and find a cool furniture recipe. Very rare, but possible. It's right here, Mercurial Shrine. Let's go there. It's kind of the Bryn tour here. I'm gonna check real quick and see. Nope, it looks like that. There's a mob. See him right there? I'm not even gonna mess with that one. But there is a acid chest right there that you could loot. There's 2 more actually around this area. We won't do them right now, since we're focused on the trophies. Two chests here. And then we're gonna go around the corner of this building here. Alright, let's loot these ones. See if we get anything. We're gonna go kind of in that area over there, so we'll just take the road way faster. Avoid the arrows. I'm gonna avoid those mobs there. Javelin guys. We're going left here, around the corner here, but you can go around to the right there, and then there's 2 acid chests that are really easy to get to. So if you want to make that part of your thing, you can do it once a day for the acid chests or for the glyphs. If you're looking for something specific in those, here's a chest kind of hidden here. So again, ancient chests, yes, we loot those. Supply stockpiles, yes. Looks like we have a bunch of refining materials, so reagents. I'll have to drop them. There's a couple little baby chests here, but this is the one that we want. These guys are super annoying. I think I'm just gonna bring them all in here. Sometimes I think I should just fight them all by themselves. We're taking a risk today. It actually helps that I have that. Alright. Those guys are all dead. Let's open these guys up. Kill the little skellies out. Just gonna loot them. Sometimes I open all of them up and then loot them all. I don't know what's faster. Okay, we don't need to see these Gorgon runs here. Super spam. Cool. Oops. I don't know why I did that. I was intending to do that. Go up the stairs here. There's a skeleton, an archer. We'll kill him. And then kind of between the stairwell, I'll show you the stairwell. Behind the stairwell, I guess is a better description of it. There is a chest. Right here. Awkwardly, see it? We're right on it. Ancient chest. Alright, and if you can manage this part without falling, great job. Oh, I just did it, of course. You can actually get this chest right here. You can just run up and then be able to drop right down onto it. We'll pretend that I'm going to grab it. Yeah, that was super lucky. Or you can do what I just did there too. And this is the last one. So that's this area. Not a ton of chests, but definitely worthwhile. I'm going to recall here. We could go to Ebonscale. There's another part too of Brim, kind of in the north part of Brim, that a lot of people do. Let me see how much time. We're at 50 minutes or so. So remember that these reset every single hour. So I guess, well, the Brim one is up here, and it takes a little bit of time. It starts up here at the Great Shrine of Thoth. And you kind of end up teleporting to a few different places. Let's just go straight to Ebon. We're going to start at Pilgrim's Rest. If you've done these kind of before, great. If you haven't, I'm going to show them to you. The cool part about Ebonscale is that there's some unique items, specifically about furniture items, that only exist in Ebonscale. So if you're kind of into that, or you want to find some kind of rare, super high-priced item, Ebonscale is a good place to kind of search for stuff. Most people kind of, if they are doing this, they grab this a chest like right down there. But there's actually another one that some people do. They either don't do it or they just don't know it exists. Right here. I do have to kill one Chica here, but that's easy. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. Oh, she's not even here. Makes it even better. There's usually a kind of a mob right here. A little annoying mob. So anyway, that's what this stockpile there. Someone's been here. It's fantastic. And we'll just climb up the stairs. There are plenty of provisions, stockpiles, and other ones too, like these right here. So if you need cooking supplies or those types of things, go for it. I'm just ignoring all that stuff. Alright, looks like, like my stuff is out. So let's do that again. Let's go here, grab one of these. And then let's clear off this. Perfect. Then we'll grab 3 more chests. I believe they're down here. Let's look. See if I'm correct. If there's 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 of them. This little thing, super fast. You can just quickly grab them yourself. You don't have to aggro the mobs. And you can basically come back behind them like this. That mob, there's usually a mob right directly in front of me, but looks like someone has killed it, so that's great. There's usually a mob kind of right back there too. Looks like someone also murdered that one, so we don't have to worry about that one either. But usually I try to not to aggro any of those. The one upstairs, you can't help but you have to kill it if it's there, but no, it's not there, so wonderful. Alright, got all of those. Let's now go to the next part of Ebonscale. You may actually, on this next part, have gone here to do a world tour and be able to grab kind of all the big chests, but maybe even some of these supply stockpiles or whatever. We're going to avoid everything except the stockpiles. But you are more than welcome. There's a way actually to grab quite a few of them, even solo. So we'll go to Imperial Shrine here. And we've gotten not lucky, unlucky. We're gonna go on this run here, but who cares? It's been good, smooth. We're running really, really quickly too through all of these, hitting all the chests, and that's part of the luck factor. Is that sometimes you just will. I see I aggroed that guy too. That was a dumb move by me. I wonder if he'll chase me all the way here. Probably will. But they're weak, so it's okay. So we grab this supply stockpile here, and then let's go into the temple itself. There are parts of this that you can just do by yourself, even the kind of elite area. Especially if you have the right build. But, like I said, I'm just trying to do things so it's more time efficient. So let's go this way, kind of avoid all that, avoid the big dog over there. Here's the first chest. There are chests in those buildings there. I am going to avoid those, okay? But just so you know, you can go loot. There's a chest there. There's another one in that building too. They're just elite chests. I've done it so many times, and honestly, I haven't found really much of anything in those. But these supply stockpiles are what we're really after here. So we're going to head in the water, this way. And then we'll just climb up the side here. Alright. There are 2 mobs in this building here. Get this guy to chase us here. This next part, you can fight these mobs if you want, but I don't want to, and they're level 70, I believe. So they're elite mobs. I say no gracias to any of this. These guys seem to have auto aim too. There, actually, it's like, how did he hit me? Who knows? They've got a good auto lock going. And then just around the corner here, I'll put a little zip in my step. So we're just running, as you can tell. Just avoid all this crap. No reason to even fight them. Unless you like to do this kind of fighting these kind of mobs. And then we're going to come this way, and I'm going to show you a little trick. First trick, avoid that guy's fire. Okay, so gotta make sure that we get him to de-aggro, so he's de-aggroed. We're gonna jump over here to the side of the bridge, okay? And I aim towards the bridge, and then I can just run along the side here. Can you just run along the bridge? Yes. And then just kind of jump off the side up here and de-aggro? Yes, of course you can do that, but this seems just like my preferred technique. I can't remember who taught this to me, but thank you, whoever that was, a while back. We let these mobs de-aggro. They're retreating. We have 2 chests here to loot. There's a bunch of chests in that area right there with the elites. I've seen people go in there, you know, with very few people and or by themselves and are able to handle that. Again, it's not. I don't think it's worth it. But anyway, those were the last ones of Ebonscale, and it's coming up right about an hour. So let's check to see if the first chest is ready to go ahead and loot back in Weavers. Okay, so we're gonna check that out and see what the hell happens. Who knows? But this first run that we just hit all of those, we don't we didn't hit any trophy mats, but who cares? It's about being consistent. Start back again at Weavers, so let's check it out. So again, little area right here. Most people don't do this in Southern Weavers. Once you get this path down though, well worth it. Lots of stack decks down here. All right. We're gonna check and see if that first chest is ready to be looted again. It's been almost the right amount of time, I think. If not, I'll take a little pause. And then we'll let them kind of reset themselves. It looks like it's ready though. I can just tell by looking at it. Alright, so if you remember, we started here. Boom, this is our first chest. We'll go up the hill there, jump off the side. There's a variety of ways you can do this, by the way. This is not maybe the cleanest path, but it's the one that has worked for me. Sometimes I just go along the coast there, kind of go back that way, but then you miss this one up here, and I've hit a couple of things up here on this one. That we want. Some other supplies like ironwood trees and stuff, and some other different types of chests if you're really into that. I am not. I never even noticed that lightning there. That's pretty cool. Okay, I hope this guy doesn't bother me. Alright. Earlier this morning on this exact same route, we hit 2 basic mats. And sometimes you'll do that, sometimes you'll hit nothing, sometimes you will, like, it'll just be nuts how much stuff you actually hit. here. Around here. Perfect. So yeah, the goal is to put this as a VOD. You can just follow along. Pause it. Make any changes you want to make to it. Hopefully be able to hit some trophy meds. I've seen quite a few people flagged, which, again, you can also do that. Gives you a little bit more luck. I just have never found that it actually was a significant difference. I couldn't notice any difference, actually, to be honest with you. Plus, if you have to fight people, it's just gonna take longer. You might die, etc. Oh, this guy's selling Biss. Biss right before the update. Nice moves there. So again, we go underneath the bridge here. I swear those guys, their armor ability, silly. Come over this way. Oh my god. Could kill that guy. Hopefully just avoid him. Avoid it. Yes. Doing good, doing good. Oh my lord. I remember hitting all of the little tiny chests around here too. If you're on a small server with limited amount of reagents, flux, etc., and you could actually sell those. That's actually, man, that was good money for a long time on small servers. But on a server like this, that stuff is negligible. I haven't even looked and seen what the reagents are. You're wondering where I'm at here? We've actually made it all the way from here, kind of cruised around here, hit all the spots, and now we're right beside this Richmeyer Shrine. And we're going to take this little bridge here. Right behind that rock over here is where the next chest is at. That rock. Bis for a week. It's not even going to be a week. 3 major corrupted trophies. Dang. Take them all. 100k. Inside this little building here, let's let these guys know. We've got stockpile here. And we'll ride over straight ahead. Avoid that ghost. Right around here. Right here on the porch. This path is just nice so that you don't have to fight any mobs. You know, just the ones that you have to fight, you just blow them up before you even get there. So it's nice. Doing good so far. Be nice to hit a stacked deck for the video. Someone's been here, so that's good. Usually a couple mobs there. We'll do the swamp again, since we were there earlier. Jesus. That was quite a, like, threw me way over, huh? Alright, we'll swim across here towards the island. Get on the mounts. If you want, you can completely avoid this swamp section. I'm just doing it for science. Steer my turkey. Got 16 minutes left on our little springtide dram. Avoiding that croc. And inside this little cave here. Our 2 skellies. There we go. Oh, you can hear the little mini boss up there. I wonder if they ever finish any of those pickup hives, pubs. Okay. You can see my blight there increasing. Get the hell out of here. Doesn't take long before you get completely blighted. I used to actually carry the blight potions, because blight tinctures or whatever. We'll get this one, we'll go underneath the bridge there. Come exactly at that angle right there. We won't aggro any mobs, so that's good. And then what we want to do right here. And don't aggro that guy. And the back part of this so that we avoid that. And then we got one more over there. Anyone want to make these weapons and gear of me for 50k? Huh? Last one. And then we'll port out of here, and that's the end of Weaver's. No, Weaver South. Yeah, Weaver South. So we hit all of Weaver South. We ended up way over here. Started over here. And I can't remember if it's like 25 chests. It's something like a pretty damn good amount of them that you end up hitting. All of which possible to hit Stack Deck. Let's hit the north part of it. See how we do. We'll do the whole entire rest of the route, and then we'll take a lunch break. North is Mallory Shrine, right here. Don't forget this one right beside the teleport. Let's go to the church there. While going to the church, let's clean up some of this. like to avoid all these mobs if we can. Just grab it from behind. And then get on the horse and get out of here. Hopefully the second one died. Jump off, press this button, there we go. Cruising. Going to that house right there, second floor. Let's go to the area most people don't go to. Up there on the bridge. Sometimes people just cut across there and you're more than welcome to do that too. But let's hit these two ancient chests up here. Here's the chest. Yes, can I please have your trash for 50k? Mm-hmm. Go all the way to the other side of this bridge. Kill any mobs that are still chasing us. These two guys will be. I think that's it. There we go. We'll grab this one. We'll jump off the edge here. Let's hit the chest out here in the middle of nowhere before we hit the town here. Kind of just aim yourself in that general direction. Let's see these guys. Okay, leave them. Hit this chest here. Alright, someone's battling that, Did that guy make it? Or didn't make it? Around this corner here. This chest. to have one of my friends who could jump up the second window. I never did it. Or that porch, I guess. Doing good. Let's get the 2 on the bridge. And the weavers will be done. Okay, try to avoid this. Avoid this. Looking good. This is where AI auto lock. Alright, I got 4 minutes left on my Springtide dram thingamabobber, luck food. So it's just perfect timing. Cool. I will go to town here and call it good for now and go get some lunch. All right. Adios. Oh, actually, I have it over here. I forgot. That's so awesome.